Coming up on Offbeat America.
A home gallery that's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
If you were around in the 50s, you might remember paint by numbers. Look closely at this next story. You might just see your work in this home. Ah, yes, the 1950s, when life was a bit more leisurely. Americans fell in love with big cars, hula hoops, and paint by numbers.
It's art for the masses. I mean, anyone can be an artist with paint by number.
Welcome to the Seattle home of Joe David and Marlow Harris. They filled their one-of-a-kind home with some one-of-a-kind paintings.
Why do you surround yourself with art?
We just love art, and we like making an environment that's filled full of art, and that's how we like to live our lives.
From the curious to the peculiar, it's all here. But there's one collection here you can count on catching your eye.
It's a fun room, and it's where the kitchen should be, but this is more fun than a kitchen. We have the kitchen upstairs.
Affectionately known as the Tiki Room, it holds Joe and Marlow's collection of paint-by-number paintings and a few other odds and ends.
There are 160 paint-by-numbers, stacked frame to frame, Salon style, and kitsch paraphernalia.
Yeah?
And
Why?
Tiki items. Why?
It's beautiful. It's art.
There's everything from landscapes to Lincolns.
7 years ago, someone painted Abraham Lincoln.
For Joe, collecting paint by numbers is just cheap entertainment.
What's the most you've ever spent for one?
Probably $15 is the most I've spent for one. Most of them range $2 to $3 to $5. Just cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap fun.
It's also about remembering the past.
What is it about it that you like?
It's the nostalgic quality of them, the composition, the color palette. So many things.
Originally created in the 1950s, paint by numbers are designed to turn anyone into an artist. You just had to stay inside the lines.
For somebody like me, I'm colorblind. This would be a good thing, a good way to paint.
Yeah, because they're all numbered, and it comes with the pots of paints, which are all corresponding with the numbers on them. So you just fill in the blanks.
Look, Ma, I'm painting.
With a master's degree in art, Joe was inspired by paint by numbers in his early years.
Can you look back and think, here's the point where I just fell in love with paint by numbers?
Probably when I did my first one, the sense of accomplishment of finishing that first one, knowing that you'd spent weeks and weeks putting in the last color and holding it up and saying, wow, it's done, look at it.
Although there are a couple of Joe David originals elsewhere in the house, you won't find any in this room.
Do you have any of your own that you did?
No, Mom threw them all away.
Oh. My mom threw my Legos away.
That's the way it goes.
I'm still in therapy over that, Mom. But, that's another story.
Joe and Marlow may be pretty serious art collectors, but the only thing serious about this collection is it's all in good fun.
They're just kitsch, but they're fun, and together as a group, they make an incredible impact, and that's what I love.
It is. It's an incredibly kitschy room.
Yeah, it's just kitschy and fun, and I think that's what Joe likes about it too. It's just that it's kind of goofy.
If there's one thing you can count on, Joe and Marlow's love for art and each other continues to grow. Well, that wraps up the show. Thanks for watching Offbeat America.